We had a really strong storm roll through here last night. Ready, Nora? Put a little extra lube on it. Is it a woodchuck? You better get it. He came back with his ear tipped. You're naughty. Good morning. It's bright and early and we're vaccinating because my husband's home to help me. Let's see if I can get him in myself. He'll be up here in a minute. Come down, come down. We vaccinated for CD&T right away this morning. My husband just stayed home an hour to help me with a few things. We had a really strong storm roll through here last night. It was very windy and really nasty. I got caught in it trying to lock chickens up and get animals under cover. The wind was blowing so hard that it was stinging my face when the rain hit it. It was nasty. We're coming out of a 3-day stretch of it was 95 to 100 degrees and it was very humid and oppressive. So I've got a couple breeding groups all over the place here. I collar trained a handful of does in a breeding group. I'm running out of reels and I pretty much have to spend the whole day re-fencing stuff. I fenced everybody so that they had cover during those couple of really hot days so they'd have some shade. So I've got the goats were in this pasture. This is up at the neighbor's house, and so they ate this whole fence line here in one day. This was like solid of brush, then you couldn't see through it, and that was gone in one day. And this was too, so this goes all the way down into my pasture, and then they've got that, so they've got like an L-shaped chunk here. The ones in the way back are completely out of forage. I'm gonna need to steal some reels here and set up a new area for them. I ended up combining 2 groups. I was running out of places to go and I needed to give the cattle access to the barn so they could have some shade, which I'm so glad I did. We've got more rain coming today. It's supposed to be kind of pop-up storms. Every time I look at the radar, it's completely different. So I have no idea how much and if we're gonna get rain today. I mean, initially they were talking like 95% chance in the next half hour, and now there's nothing on the radar, so who knows. drizzle's turning a little harder now. Come on guys, come this way. So I got these guys grazing in here, but I don't think they don't know where any shelter is. So I'm gonna show them that they can get in the woods on this side, because I really don't want them blowing through the fence and going back to where they were, which is very likely. That's what they do. They just go back to what they know. Come girls, come girls, come girls. So I'll show them quick before I go back to the house where they can seek cover. And they'll be pretty content with that. Look, you can go in here. Okay, go in. Go in. All right, well, I'm going back to the barn. All right, I got about 5 things that I'm having trouble prioritizing because they should all be done first. I have to feed the rabbits at least some pellets quick to just get something in them. I need to kick the cattle out of the cattle barn. I gave them access to that just while it was really hot so they could get some shade, because we don't have trees or anything in our pasture. I don't need them crapping in there, so I'm gonna kick them out. They can sleep in the pasture and piss out here. However, I need to CIDR Nora this morning. That's a progesterone insert because I need to breed her in 7 days. That probably should have been done a few hours ago. I got a little bit of time leeway, but that really is high on my list. I've got some in the barn. I'm just gonna throw some hay at them for now. The problem is I literally have no hay. I'm down to 2 sections of hay, which normally is fine because they're out on pasture, except for all I have is baleage. So I can't open anything up because once a bale of baleage is opened, it needs to be eaten. So I don't have any dry hay if I just need to, like, if I have a sick one and need to throw it in a pen or like whatever. Everybody needs to eat. I don't have pasture set up for everybody. I've got a handful in the barn. I need to get them out, and I'm trying not to use up the one last section of hay that I have in case I really need it. I'm really not in the mood to walk all the way down there in the wet grass and get more wet. I really have to follow these protocols pretty closely on timing. So she's gotta get up here and we gotta get this done. So at least she's halter broke, so it's really easy for me to just go get her and lead her back up. Although it's been a long time since I've walked her a long distance, because all winter I didn't have to, so we'll see how it goes. When I'm talking about a CIDR, it's CIDR, controlled internal drug release. So basically, all I'm doing is I'm using hormones to manipulate their natural cycle. So it's bringing those levels up to where they would be if they were getting pregnant on their own. It's just I'm manipulating when that happens. I have a different video, I'll put a link up here above, where I explain in a lot more detail what exactly each one of these drugs are doing and how it works in the sync protocol. Basically, it's a progesterone insert and some injections that work in combination to simulate their natural cycle, and then you breed them AI at a very specific time. Ready, Nora? You in here. So we're going to put this insert into the applicator, and then we put the applicator in her. Put a little extra lube on it, extra lube on my hand. When we want to remove it, we just tug on the string. Guys, move, let her out. So if you're new here and you don't know about Nora, Nora is half Jersey, half Hereford, and she's obviously gonna raise a calf for us next year. And the reason she's not on the same schedule as all the other cows is because I want to use her as a basically a nurse cow for milk for bottle kids for goats. Milk replacer is extremely expensive, like absolutely outrageous for a quality milk replacer, and they honestly just don't do as good on milk replacer as they do on regular milk. So even though it's a different species, goat kids still do really well on cow's milk, and it is my intentions to use her for that. So she is already like 15 months old, so she needed to be bred. I will have her calving at pretty much the same time as my kidding group starts next April. So it'll be perfect timing. Hopefully I don't end up with any bottle kids right off the bat, but I do always try to have some milk banked in my freezer. Goat kids drink so little in comparison to a calf that I could probably have quite a few bottle kids without really taking any milk away from that calf. I'm gonna have to go in soon and change into different, I don't know, put some dry socks on anyway. My feet are so wet, I can feel that they're all wrinkly. There's just mud everywhere, so. Okay, I'm gonna come investigate. I don't know what was going on, but one of these bucks was like losing his mind over here. And it didn't sound like he normally does. Let's see where he is. Bucks! Says he's down over there. This app only updates their location like every 15 minutes. Bucks? I'm guessing he just couldn't find the other buck and he was having a fit. I don't see him. At the edge of that tree line there, it's basically like a cliff and it drops straight off, and I'm not climbing down it. So he seems fine. I was worried that like he was stuck in a tree or something. Sometimes when you have small trees that kind of cross each other, or there's like a crotch in it, they can get stuck in there. They'll jump up and then they get their legs stuck at their knee and they can't get out. I had one, somehow that happened. The tree was on an angle and she must have been climbing up it. She got her back leg stuck in it, fell backwards, and she was like hanging by one back leg upside down. Miira was barking like crazy on the porch. I'm like, what is your problem? And I went outside to see what she was doing. Guy was ready for bed, and I heard like kind of a faint, frantic goat cry, and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Put my headlamp on, went down there, and here she was hanging. And I called for my husband because I had to lift her up, and her leg was twisted. I had to lift her up, turn her, and then like heave her forward to get her out of the tree. And I didn't think I'd be able to. I think I got her out like right before I got out there, but I felt really bad for her. Okay, now I gotta head back up to the neighbor's place. I'm hoping those goats all went back in. If they didn't, I'm gonna have to try and get them in by myself, which might be kind of a tough job. I have one section left in that pasture to open up. While they're eating that section, a neighbor has another little portion of his property kind of up above the pasture that he said we can go ahead and use this year. We didn't quite utilize it last year, and he said, go ahead, I just don't want to mow it, so get your goats on it. Let's move these does into their new section. Keep going. Oh, for God's sake. Get it. running. Keep running. Come on. Follow your friends. There's only a few smart ones. Come on, look, guys. Oh boy. Hi, what are we going crazy about? Where's Phyllis? Phyllis! When I tone the dog's collars, I've trained them that just means come back home. Come to the shed or the house, come find me. And if Phyllis and Miira are together and Phyllis won't come, or if Phyllis wanders away, Miira won't leave her. She follows her. Which, thank goodness, because there's a lot of times where Phyllis takes excursions and I can't find her, and I can only find her because Miira has a GPS collar on. Phyllis! Miira, where's Phyllis? Is she in this hole? I mean, she was like barking and going crazy. Is she in there? Oh, there's lots of burning nettles here. What's happening? Where is she? Phyllis! Oh, there she is. Phyllis, come. What? What are you doing? Well, they were after something in these holes. You ain't coming on the four-wheeler with me. You're disgusting. What's in that hole, Miira? Miira! Miira, look at me. Uh-oh. Cool. Okay. Something was just making a shrieking noise. I'm getting out of here. Is it a woodchuck? You better get it. I have been finding juvenile raccoons everywhere on my property. I found like a graveyard of them back kind of where Robert started construction on the footings for the shed. I saw a fence post sitting there. It was leaning up against a pallet of blocks, so I went to go get it. And I walk around the corner of it, and there's like 3 juvenile raccoons laying there, all decaying. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave them to it. They can sit and look in a hole if they want. I'll feed the rest of the dogs. All right, I dropped the ball and didn't record anything for the rest of the day. It ended up being really humid for the whole rest of the day, and I was so focused on just getting done what I had to get done. I had mostly cleaned out the rabbitry yesterday, and then when that storm started, I quit to try and take care of other stuff. So I finished that up, cleaned the skid loader off, got all my fencing set up there for the goats to move tomorrow morning, and got another lane made up for the cattle. And now I've spent a couple hours in the garden, and in the last like 20 minutes, I think the temperature's dropped 15 degrees and it's a little less humid now too. It's almost 8 o'clock and I'm just gonna start night chores. Well, look who showed up. I was just filling rabbit waters and Tom came back. Buddy, he's been gone for at least 3 weeks, possibly 4. He does like to disappear for a few days at a time, but he's never been gone this long. Buddy, I thought for sure he was dead because he's never been gone for a month before, but you look a little thinner. Do you come home just to chunk up? All right, I'll feed you. Tom, should we show our friends what you've been up to? So I've had suspicions that he's had another family because he kind of comes and goes as he pleases. He'll be here for 2 weeks, then he'll leave for a week. Well, look what happened. He came back with his ear tipped, which means somebody brought you in to be neutered. Apparently they aren't very bright people because he's got no bits, right, buddy? So at least I know he's up to date on his rabies and I don't have to give that now. You're naughty. So my vet actually volunteers at a TNR program, neutering cats. And she said, well, I didn't see him come in, so he either went somewhere else or he came in the afternoon. But it looks pretty fresh. Like, I think he was done fairly recently. Well, within the last month for sure. You're causing trouble. We're not good enough for you? You gotta go somewhere else? Find another family? Tom. What do you have to say for yourself, Tom? Do you know you're being shamed? He won't even look. Tom. Your brother's naughty.